Is Taylor Swift finally walking down the aisle? And if so, where in the world is the wedding of the decade set to take place? That's the burning question on the lips of fans, the media, and even industry insiders. Taylor, a woman who has built an empire out of music, reinvention, and the art of storytelling, is now at the center of another story. One that might just become the most personal and significant of her life. For years, Swift's relationships have been dissected under the harshest spotlights. From her early romances that fueled some of her biggest hits, to the quiet and private bond she formed with Joe Alwyn, and now to her high-profile love story with Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce. The narrative has been constantly evolving, but this time, the whispers aren't just about another boyfriend, another song, or another headline. They're about the possibility of wedding bells, and more importantly, the exact location of this once-in-a-lifetime event. Because when Taylor Swift decides to marry, you can be certain of one thing. It won't just be a wedding. It will be a cultural moment, a global guessing game. The speculation began almost as soon as Taylor and Travis Kelce's romance hit the spotlight. Unlike her previous relationships, this one unfolded in real time, with millions watching her appear at NFL games, cameras capturing every smile and every subtle look exchanged. Suddenly, Taylor wasn't just the world's biggest pop star. She was a football girlfriend, the center of memes, and the subject of constant sports commentary. Naturally, fans began asking, could this be the love story she's been singing about all along? And if so, where would a couple like this, a global superstar and a Super Bowl champion, choose to tie the knot? Would Taylor go for the fairy tale castle wedding in Europe? A secret ranch ceremony in Tennessee? Or perhaps an ultra-exclusive island event where only her closest circle is invited? The possibilities are endless, and every rumor only fuels the fire. The weight of history. When it comes to Taylor Swift, nothing is ever just random. Every detail in her life, from the way she crafts her lyrics to the symbolism in her music videos, is intentional. That's why so many believe that if and when she chooses her wedding venue, it will carry deep personal meaning. Some fans speculate she might return to Nashville, the city where her career began. Imagine Taylor exchanging vows in the heart of country music, coming full circle in the place that first embraced her teenage dreams. Others whisper about her Rhode Island mansion, that sprawling seaside estate where she once hosted her famous 4th of July parties. A wedding there would not only provide cinematic ocean views, but also pay homage to her most iconic era of friendships and togetherness. But there's another angle. Taylor has always been enchanted by Europe, weaving references to London, Paris, and Rome into her songs. With her long love affair with London, during her years with Joe Alwyn, and her fascination with European romance, some insiders think she might cross the Atlantic for something regal, a private castle wedding in Scotland or England. Privacy above all. Still, let's not forget, Taylor Swift values privacy in ways most celebrities can't imagine. For years, she kept her relationship with Joe Alwyn tucked away from the public eye. It was only after they split that the world realized how little they truly knew about their 6-year romance. If that same instinct guides her now, the wedding could be the ultimate secret mission. Think about it. An island resort with tight security, flown-in guests, and a media blackout until after the vows are said. Taylor has the resources to pull off something like that, and she has the motivation too. After all, her life has been lived under constant surveillance. The Travis Kelce factor. Of course, this isn't just Taylor's decision. Travis Kelce brings his own world into the mix. A larger-than-life NFL superstar, Kelce has his roots in Ohio, and his career centered in Kansas City. Unlike Taylor, who thrives in the glamour and mystique of music, Kelce's identity is tied to stadiums, hometown pride, and the American heartland. That raises an interesting possibility. What if their wedding is less about castles and secrecy and more about celebrating in a way that feels grounded? Picture it, a sprawling ceremony on a Midwestern estate, blending Taylor's love for intimacy with Travis's down-to-earth family roots. It would be a merging of worlds. The glitz of Hollywood meets the grit of football country. Fans can already imagine Travis's teammates raising a toast, Taylor's friends like Selena Gomez standing by her side, and a mix of sports legends and pop royalty filling the guest list. The fairy tale that never fades. Let's not underestimate the fairy tale aspect. Taylor Swift has been writing about love, heartbreak, and happily ever afters since she was 15. Songs like Love Story, You Belong With Me, and Enchanted weren't just hits. They were emotional blueprints for millions of fans who grew up believing in romance because Taylor told them it was real. For Taylor, a wedding isn't just a ceremony, it's a story. One that fans will interpret, analyze, and immortalize. That's why the venue matters. It has to be more than just a pretty backdrop. It has to mean something. Whether it's a nod to her past, a symbol of her present, or a vision of her future, the location will inevitably become another lyric in the grand song of her life. The security nightmare. Here's another consideration: logistics. Taylor Swift isn't just another celebrity. She's arguably the most famous woman in the world right now. Any wedding she plans will come with an army of security, NDAS, and carefully orchestrated movements to keep paparazzi and drones at bay. That narrows the list of potential venues dramatically. Open-air public spaces are out. Busy cities would be too risky. Even private estates could be compromised. That leaves options like secluded islands, private resorts, and heavily guarded estates in the countryside. Taylor has been known to rent out entire venues before. She famously took over restaurants and theaters to create private spaces for her and her loved ones. She knows the world is watching, speculating, and waiting. And when the moment comes, it will be unveiled on her terms. Not the media's, not the fans', and not the paparazzis. So the question remains, echoing across the globe: where is Taylor Swift getting married? Wherever it is, one thing is undeniable. It will be a wedding for the ages. A union of love, artistry, and spectacle. The ultimate Taylor Swift story. And now it's your turn. Where do you think Taylor will get married? A castle, a mansion, a stadium, or a secret island? Drop your guesses in the comments. Subscribe for more deep dives into celebrity culture, and stay tuned. Because when Taylor Swift finally says, "I do," the world will be watching.